And I'm going to, should we admit people from Zoom now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Mama Ayo, you can speak to your people.
Good
Facebook,
morning, everyone. Good day. We want to welcome everyone on the online Facebook community.
Peace and blessings, family.
Good day, good day. We are here today with the Wake Up Everybody virtual community, and we're so grateful to be here. We're so grateful to have breath in our body first thing in the morning, breathing deeply and fully and consciously. Grand rising to you. Who is that? Denise? How are you doing, Denise? So glad to have you. And it is indeed a grand rising morning. It's going to be a great day. I heard yesterday a gentleman said, it's a great day as we take our first deep breath. So we're so grateful that we have breath in our body this morning, right? Hello, Zakia. How you doing? Yes, blessings. Hey, my sister Elaine, that's my girl. How you doing? Glad to have you. We've got Teresa Scott, who's here. Good day, good day. We also have Naomi. Hey, Naomi, how you doing? Oh, we're so glad that all of you are here this early morning. And I mean, it is early. Wake up, everybody, because we are all here to breathe together so that we can be better together. And so this early morning rising is going to truly wake you up. Good day, good day, good day. We welcome all who are here and all who are yet to come. Hey, Marie, glad to have you aboard. And all of you on Facebook, we are so grateful that you are joining us. So welcome aboard. Wake up, everybody. It is time to wake up. Time to breathe better so we can live better, right? We're gonna really wake up this morning. I know Wake Up Everybody may not have thought about how this waking up concept relates to our breathing. And so truly this morning, we're going to wake up everybody with the power of the breath. We're going to ignite some positive energy on this line this morning. So call your friends, wake them up too. And the Wake Up Everybody community is brought to us live and in what we say, living color. Greetings, beloved.
Wake up everybody, it's time to get up. Wake up everybody, it's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Well, good day, grand rising. So grateful for all of you who have joined us this early in the morning. Oh, some other folks came on while we were introducing the Woo community. How you doing, Teresa, Murray, I think I said hello to you, Naomi. We got Jacqueline. We've got, is that Stacy? Oh, you all are so lovely. My sister Elaine, I'm so glad to have you. This is my sister from the hood, one of my certified breathologists. So grateful that you're all here. And we're affirming that more of you will continue to come on. And all of you out there in Facebook, we are so grateful that you woke up this morning with breath in your body, ready to enjoy another wonderful day of life. We're going to start this program off, this breath shop. It's what the name I changed for what normally it would be called a workshop. But because we're going to be doing lots of breathing, we call our workshops breath shops, because we are going to be experiencing some real energetic breathing. We're going to be checking our breathing. We're going to be identifying who is really out there having full optimized breaths so that they can optimize their life. And we're also going to do some movement and shaking and releasing some of our stress, and then breathing us through some of that release, and then allowing ourselves to have a dynamic visualization, because we are in the fall equinox. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the importance of that, why this workshop is right on time, because this is a time of change as we begin to harvest new energy and new life as we move into a new season. And we're going to end up with lots of just affirmations as we, continue to this wake up movement using the breath of life as we talk about igniting our positive energy. And we're affirming that you will stay with us. I want everybody to be as present as possible. I get a lot of energy when I do Zoom presentations if I'm able to see your faces and see your movements. Especially because I'm going to be watching you breathe, and I'm going to ask you to observe your breathing also. But in order for me to help give you the best that I can give you in this breath shop, helping to see you breathe will help me to also identify perhaps where you may need more support to be a better breather. The title of this workshop is The Power of the Breath to Ignite Positive Energy. And my goal is, if you are present, that I guarantee you that you're going to feel that positive energy as you leave this session. And you're going to take this with you not only throughout the day, but I consider this class a life-changing class, because if you are able to follow this one specific technique that we're going to work on, it is going to help to change your life. Okay, so can I get an amen to that? It will help change your life, just as better breathing helped change mine. And so I want to start off like I start off a lot of my breath shots. I want to stop and connect with all of you. I'm going to give you a little bit of eye contact, and I'm going to hold my hands out as if I am in a circle. And circles are very important. Circles represent 360 degrees, and 3 plus 6 equals 9, and 9 is a very powerful number of completion. We stand in circles for a reason. We stand in circles as an African tradition that then translated into native traditions that have translated into metaphysical circles all around the world. Because circles connect us. Circles bring us together. Circles help us in unity. In the African context, unity means love. And so as I embrace you, I'm lifting out my hands to you. feel free to lift out your hands back. And I want you to visualize as if we are all in the same circle together. Some of you may be in Washington, D.C. or Maryland. Some of you may be in New York or California. Some of you may be overseas, wherever you are. If we embrace each other and connect in this virtual way, we are always together in the circle. And so I affirm you, I visualize, I see you in this unity circle. And to complete this sense of unity, we're going to start this breath shop off with breathing together and giving thanks for the Creator, for the breath of life. And so let us close our eyes for a minute. And on the count of 3, in order for us to get grounded and rooted right where we are, I want you to feel yourself connecting to Mother Earth. Put your feet on the floor, the ground. Make sure that your legs are not crossed, your knees are not crossed. Nothing in your energy center is crossed. And I'm still holding out this loving, unifying energy to you, connecting with you, hand to hand, touching your fingers. I feel you out there. Connecting heart to heart, connecting breath to breath. On the count of 3, we're going to breathe together. 1, 2, 3. I want you to take a deep breath. And I just want you to release it. This is going to really help our admin team to relax them, because they got a really extra early to make sure that this wake up everybody presentation flows. And so let us breathe together again. On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale again. And just open the mouth and simply allow. And yes, we're breathing through the nose. And we're opening our mouth and we're just allowing the breath to release easy and gently. On the count of 3, 3 a very powerful number of unification and Trinity connection. 1, 2, 3. Inhale again. And open the mouth and just let the breath release. And just sit a moment with the breath. Feel the breath coming in and out of our bodies. It's safe to breathe. It's good to breathe. We give thanks and praise and thanks this morning to the source, that which is higher than ourselves, for the breath of life. Because this morning there are some of us whose breath was removed, and they today have gone and transcended into that which happens after the breath leaves the body. And so we breathe for them as we breathe for all who are yet to come to this breath shop, this presentation. And as we embrace every single breath, we embrace every aspect of our life, and we give thanks. We give thanks, we give thanks. We don't have to be here, but the Creator Source has allowed us to have breath this morning. And the more we breathe, the more we are able to bring in that creative source. And so we give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks as we inhale in. Fill the body up with the breath of life and open our mouth and just simply release it into the universe and simply go. And as we open our eyes slowly, easily, we come back to this Zoom room. Blink your eyes a little bit. Allow yourself to come back slow Put a beautiful smile on your face. And this will open up your energy centers. Oh, I see you out there, sister. Sweetness, I love that smile. Sister Jacqueline, I see you out there. Sister Zakia, I see you out there smiling. Sister Noya, I'm going to get this name together before the end. I see you out there smiling. We give thanks this morning. I am so grateful to be here. This has been a journey to get to this presentation. And so I want to thank all of the WOO admin team, all of the leaders in the Wake Up Everybody community for all the support and assistance that you have brought to us. We had some people this morning who didn't sleep that well last night because of whatever that occurs in our ability to have a good night's rest. We are also aware that there are people who are dealing with all types of stresses and traumas and dramas in our world. We know that this is a very challenging time. Thank you. We say that was delightful. Okay. And so we are all grateful in this delightful moment that we are in, because the work that we are doing today is going to really add a tool in your toolbox. Now, you know, we all have many types of tools, right? And so I always like to look at the hammer. A hammer is a tool, you know, can break through a wall, but also a hammer as a tool can take a little tiny nail and you tap it and it can put up a picture. Well, the work in breath is exactly using the same type of tool in various different ways. All of you are breathing, right? Let's raise your hand. Is everybody out there breathing this morning? Okay, everybody's out there. Yay, we're all breathing, right? Right. I go on stage a lot of times and I ask that question, and I have learned that even though we all say we're breathing, we can use this tool of breath better, because 9 out of 10 people, research has documented, are not breathing as well as they could. We say they're not breathing efficiently. We never say we never say that people are breathing wrong, because that's judgmental, right? And you can't say that people are breathing wrong, because when I ask you the question, are you breathing, and you raise your hand, you say yes, that means you must be doing something right, correct? At least you're here. You are breathing. You are alive. Well, there's an African saying that everything that has life has breath, and everything that is of life breathes. Our choline breathes. You look at our animal family, they all breathe. You know, we watch a little fish and a little breathing in the gills, right? Okay, even plastic breathes. If you put a bunch of plastic, you'll put the heat on it, you'll hear it going blue, 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 blue. It's breathing. You get a bunch of garbage together. Those of you who are into gardening understand the concept of composting. You know, if you get a whole bunch of garbage together, you'll hear the bleeping blue, 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 blue of the food actually breathing as it begins to break down. Everything that has life has breath, and everything that is of life actually breathes. Our goal in this workshop is to check your breathing. We're going to see how efficient your breathing is, and we're going to do it through what is considered my signature training. We learn how to breathe for better life, health, work, and longevity. We're going to ask you to self-check yourself so that you can stay in touch with your breathing moment to moment. LG Style has a hand up. You got a question? Let's see. I don't know if you have a question or you just happen to click that. But if you have a question, please do raise your question.
No, Mama Aya, it's Laura. Sorry.
Hey, good morning, Laura. Nice meeting you. Nice seeing you again. Yes, everything that has life has breath. And so this morning we're checking not only your breathing, we're going to give you a tool that maybe help you to check other people's breathing too. And we're also going to give you a chance to breathe and shake off some of that stressful energy that has been accumulating. And there are some people who are dealing with some very serious lung issues right now. COVID has increased our awareness about breathing. And I've always said that the most important thing we do every single moment of our lives, take our breath, yet it is the very aspect that we take for granted. And unfortunately, this pandemic of COVID has made us all become real focused on breathing, hasn't it? It has made us become much more conscious of our lung health. And I have to be thankful for that. But at the same time, because so many people are challenged with their breathing, we have included some moments in which we get a chance to ask some questions about how COVID has affected your breathing life, wearing the mask or not wearing the mask. So we're going to open up the opportunity for you to get your questions answered. So if you do have a question, I would encourage you to put it in the chat box, okay? And our admin team will help me in answering some of the questions. In addition to toward the end of the session, if you have not gotten your questions answered, as you jot them down, please make certain that we get all your questions answered. And so everybody ready to do some real serious work this morning as we truly wake up with the power of the breath? Let's get started. All right. And so we encourage all of you to sit up straight. All right. And again, the more I can see you, the better. Admin, if you could put it on a gallery view, I can see more people at one time. That will help me a lot. Thank you so very much. Yeah, now I see all of you out there, and you all are giving me lots of energy. So again, we ask you, Kaisha or Keisha, nice seeing you. All right, and whoever else is here, hi. We've got Ambiola, nice seeing you too. And we've got Aaliyah. We got you all in the house. Who else? We got the beautiful with the hair wrap, and we got my sister Laura, another Optimum Life breathologist. So we are all here. And so to get started with this breath shot, I want everyone, and not only sitting up straight, okay? You're grounded and rooted. Good. I can see you all. Okay. Yes. There you go, Sharice. There we are. We coming on now. Now I can see you. Now we got breath shot going on here. Okay. And so we're going to start this off by simply encouraging everybody to wake up their breath. And the way you wake up your breath is sometimes you got to move, right? All right. And so I'm going to ask you all to stand up. Here we go. And John's gonna move the camera back. John is my sound tech man, so you're gonna hear me call his name out often. And I'm so blessed. My sound tech man is my husband. So we've got the technology right here in the house. And every once in a while, you may hear a couple of dogs bark. We got 4 dogs. We got the mama, and sadly, the daddy passed away, but we have their 3 puppies. And so if you hear them bark, just, blend them in as part of the birth shop, okay? Because they want to breathe with us, okay? And so one of the ways we learned in our Power of the Breath presentation is that we don't move enough. And of course, the more you get to move, the more you get to wake up the body and begin the process of circulation. And so in order to de-stress ourselves and relax ourselves and really get an opportunity to see this power of the breath moving in and out of our body, we like people to stand up and wake up and do just what Jacqueline did. We want us to put our feet apart. We want our legs to be about shoulder length apart, okay? And we're going to allow ourselves, and this is very important. This whole breath shop is about allowing, okay? Allowing and just being in the moment, okay? So it's no wrong way, it's no right way, but truly the goal is to be involved and engaged, all right? And of course, if anything is a little too intense for you, you don't have to do it. And so in order to wake up the breath, this is a technique you can do first thing in the morning, because we've been laying down for hours and hours. You don't need as much breathing when you lay down. So you want to wake up your breath. And so we imitate waking up our breath in the morning with this technique that we call the jiggle. And so everyone, I want you to take your hands up from the middle of your body, and I want you to raise your hands up. And I want you to raise them up over your head. There you go. And I want you to bring them down like it's circling around your body. Good, good. And this is just getting the shoulders moving. And we want to inhale as we bring the breath up. And raise it over our head, and just gently let the back arch a little bit. And we're going to exhale as we're bringing the breath down. Very good. Y'all all looking good there. And we're going to do this one more time. We're going to inhale up, and this time as we are inhaling up, I want us to open our mouths, and I want us to simply yawn. And I want you to exaggerate this yawn. And I want you to make some sound. Oh, good, good. And I want you to bring the hands back down. Good. I want you to smile and laugh at this, because you should be happy and joyful waking up in the morning. Yes, indeed. I want you to lift them arms up again. And I want you to open the mouth up. And I want you to yawn again. And I want you to fake a yawn. We say if you fake a yawn, you make a yawn. And I want you to stretch that yawn and just go, There you go, good. And one more time, we like to do things in 3. Inhale again, one more time. We're going to really lift up. And I want you to stretch that body, and I want you to bring that breath way down. Open the mouth and just go, and bring that body down. Really good. Oh, what a stretch. Oh, good, good, good. Now we're waking up the body. Now watch, if you start yawning now, it's because we push more breath down, 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 deep into the lower portion of our body, okay? And now it's time to wake it up. We're going to jiggle a little bit. Here we go. So we're going to start off by just allowing Brother John to move with the music, okay? And I want you to jiggle any part of your body that feels stiff, that feels like it needs some energy. There you go. Good. A lot of us need to jiggle the head. Wake up the head. Come on now. We want to jiggle the neck. Yeah. And don't forget to breathe, y'all, while you're jiggling, all right? All right. Good, good, good. I want you to jiggle the shoulders. Yeah. You can jiggle in rhythm. You can pretend like you're a bowl of jelly and just shake. All right, good. Shake it off. Good, good. I want you to wiggle your hands. That's right. I see somebody laying in bed. They just wiggling in their hands. That's right. Because we need lots of energy in these hands. That's right. I want you to jiggle the shoulders. Good. Good, very good, very good. Don't forget to jiggle up the upper chest. Yeah, get that upper chest moving. Good, good. Want to jiggle that belly. Jiggle that belly. belly. Good. Don't forget the butt. Yeah. And them hips. Get them hips moving. Get this circulation going. Good. 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 And don't forget the legs. The knees. Right. Do the Beyonce. It's good to breathe. It's safe to breathe. Good. All right. And we are all jiggled up, and on the count of 3, we're going to stop a minute. 1, 2, 3. And I want us to close our eyes again. And I want us to breathe. I want us to feel the breath of life circulating, percolating, moving as energy into our bodies. You might want to take your hands and put them close together, but don't touch. And you might begin to feel sensations running in between our hands, and our fingertips may be tingling. What we created was our chi. Circulating the breath allowed our chi energy to flow. And as you are standing, if you feel the need to still rock a little bit, because energy never stops. So it's okay to still rock and move with the energy that you've created. And now we're going to increase this energy by simply focusing our attention on our breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling again through the nose. We can open our mouth and just let go. Inhaling through the nose again. And just let the breath go. Inhaling through the nose again. Let the breath expand in the body and open the mouth and simply just release the breath. With each breath, I want you to notice if the tingling seems to get a little more. We are actually increasing the chi energy, the flow of energy that goes through everything. In the African context, the chi is called our kundalini. And so we're increasing the kundalini. We speak of this energy as also our ray or our ki. And so when we do Reiki, we are increasing the flow of energy, connection to the highest source. And now allow ourselves to inhale again and breathing deep into the body. Increase your energy and just feel that energy as if it's pushing our hands apart. Inhale in and the hands begin to stretch apart. And exhale, slowly bring the energy of those hands together. Not touching, but just barely touching. This is an energy that we should feel moment to moment. This is igniting positive energy in our bodies to push out all the negative energies that accumulate, all of the stress, all of the inflammation that comes from the stress, the excessive mucus. we can actually increase this energy within our body that is good for us and positive simply by the way that we breathe. So inhale again, let your hands kind of move apart as if you're pushing the energy away from itself. And as we exhale, gently bring our hands back together, as if we can feel that we're massaging the energy, moving it around, and move your hands if you want to back and forth, as if you are taking this energy and just moving it in and out, in and out. And don't forget to breathe, because with each breath, our energy can increase. Inhale in again. And this time, let the hands go way, way, way apart, way apart, way apart, way apart, stretching our hands way out, way out, way out. And exhale gently, gently, as if we're pushing our energy back together. And now we're going to wake up everybody. Definitely, we want to take that energy of the breath that we've accumulated and we want to wash ourselves with it. I want you to take your hands from the top of your head and wash your energy flow across your face, across your shoulders. Inhale in again and exhale. And take your hands and wash down your breast, your chest. And wash further down. I want you to cleanse the energy down at your private areas. And inhale and exhale. And I want you to take that energy and go all the way down your legs, all the way to your feet, and just wash your energy that you've accumulated. And just send that energy down, down, down. And don't forget the other leg. And don't forget in the center of your body, right in your private area. And inhale again and lift that energy back up, coming from that position of being down by your legs. And lift it all the way up and flow it up. And inhale again. And exhale. And turn the palms downward now, as if you're pushing that energy down really, really slow, slow. I'm going to send some of this energy to you, sending it out to you, and I hope you feel it. Good, good. And you can send it back to me, and I feel it too. Good. Be very intentional in sending your energy. We do so much on automatic pilot, and because we don't even focus on the one thing, our breath. And now we are intentional with every breath that we are taking. Inhale again. And exhale this breath out. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And on the count of 3, we're going to slowly begin to go back to our seats. 1, 2, 3. Slowly come back down. Very good. Very good. Very good. Great, great, great. And so we use that exercise as a way of helping people to understand that this energy flow is what we don't pay any attention to. We don't pay attention to our circulation until it gets blocked. And when the blocked circulation occurs, we speak of it as blocked chi or blocked energy. Blocked energy is the beginning source of dis-ease, because our energy circulation should be flowing all the time. Very intentional. I see someone in the chat spoke of that this was very intentional. Yes, it was. When I speak of the fact that we breathe and we don't pay attention to the breath, it's the most important thing we should be focused on. Oh, we just breathe and, it's an automatic response. We're going to breathe until the Creator says, nope, no more breath. That's it. End of your breath. But in the meantime, we breathe 20,000 times a day on average, automatically. Let's demonstrate how automatic the breath is. Again, on the count of 3, I want everyone to inhale and hold the breath. And I want everyone to notice that when it's time to just release the breath, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to blow it out with the whistle breath. That's a breath technique, but that's not the way that we want to breathe on a regular basis. We want to show how automatic and how easy breath is. We don't have to force the breath out at all. So on the count of 3, everyone take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, bring breath into our bodies. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. When you release it, I want you to raise your hand. Just automatically. Whenever the breath leaves us. All right. Yes. We didn't have to do anything, did we? We didn't have to make it happen. It just happened. Yet we can actually change the way we breathe. It is the only aspect of the human body as a system that we really can change, alter, shift. And that's what's amazing about breathing. Now we can't change our heartbeat, can we? And that's another automatic response. That heart's gonna beat and beat and beat until the Creator says no more heartbeat, right? The same thing with our breathing. We're gonna breathe no matter what. Yet, it is the system in the body that we can redesign it so that we can have a better breath. And that's what we're gonna do next. We're going to do what we call a breath checking. And I want everyone to stop. Hopefully you all got your water. Let's take a sip of water. We speak of water as our liquid breath, okay? Because it's H2O. It is part of our oxygen cycle of life. Liquid breath is just as critical as the oxygen coming in from the air. So we want to make certain that we take in enough liquid breath to complement our oxygen from the air breathing, that 20,000 times a day daily breath. Because we want to make certain that the mechanism that creates the movement of breath, our lungs, is fully hydrated. If you feel dry in your chest sometimes, or you have that little cough, it's generally because the breath is drying the lungs a little bit and the lungs are not hydrated. So we want to keep that lung health up with hydrated lung health with good water, good oxygen. And we talk about these as principles, 7 principles of positive energy. If you have all of this in order and in balance, you are in the flow. You're working with the automatic responses of life, and you are changing their outcome by complementing the automatic responses. So you want to make certain that you get the adequate amount of water. The adequate amount of water, of course, is done as a numerical concept. You want to drink about half your body weight in ounces of water. You're hydrating your pounds. 8 glasses of water is not enough water for someone who weighs over 200 pounds. You need close to about 8 to 10 to 12 glasses of water. We can do the math if you'd like. So our goal is to check ourselves consistently to see how we're doing with our breathing. Since we automatically breathe and we kind of take it for granted, oh yeah, I'm just breathing, right? But who really has been able to come in touch with their breath? Has there anybody in this audience who ever had their breath taken away from them? You can raise your hand if you have. Has anybody ever been choked? I have. Has anybody ever fallen into a pool? Zakia says she has, yes. Anybody ever fallen into a swimming pool and couldn't breathe? Has anybody ever, okay, okay, she told me she got her pronunciation good. Yoa. Okay, I got it. Kenyan Yoa, I got it. She's fallen into a swimming pool and she couldn't breathe, right? Has anybody ever been challenged with finding themselves so winded that their breath was short and could barely catch their breath? They were going up the stairs and they found themselves just barely able to make it. Raise your hand if you've been in that situation. Yes, a lot of people have limited ability to come up those stairs. And if anybody has ever been in a situation with their asthma or their respiratory issues like COPD, actually having a respiratory inability to barely breathe, if you're asthmatic, this breath shop is for you, definitely. And so we're going to maximize all of your breathing. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do a breath adjustment. So I want everyone to put one hand on their chest. And I want you to take the thumb of the opposite hand and I want you to connect right at your belly button. And I want you to take the other 4 fingers and stretch them just below your belly. And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to allow yourself to focus attention on your breathing. If you can do gallery view admin, again, I'll be watching people and observing people as I want people to observe their own breathing. Take the 4 fingers and I want you to stretch them just below, just as if you're loving and hugging your belly. You can take glasses off. If you wear glasses, you won't need to see me. I want you to get totally relaxed with this exercise. Very good. Thank you, Amma. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Jacqueline. Yes. I want you to allow yourself to have your feet flat again on the floor. And I want you to allow yourself to just breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Since breathing is automatic now, I want you to be intentional. I want you to feel the breath of life. The thing that we're doing every moment, 20,000 times a day, 15 to 18 times a minute. Yet, we pay so little attention to it. As you're breathing in and breathing out, I want you to notice the sensation of your breath. I want you to notice if it seems easy, or does it seem like there's certain limits to the breath, as if it's tight, as if it's restricted. I want you to notice the sensation of breath going in and out, in and out, in and out. This is safe to breathe. I want you to allow this breath. Notice sensations are hot or cold. Notice your breath. Is it moving very fast in your body? Or is it very slow, almost sluggish? As you're breathing in and out, I want you to notice something very significant. I want you to notice the position of your hand. The hand on your chest as you inhale or bring in breath. Is your hand going up and down with each breath? Or is it the hand on your belly? Inhale in and inhale out, hand on your belly. If your hand on your chest is going up and down with each breath, you are one of the 9 out of 10 people breathing inefficiently. Your breathing can be better. We can optimize your breath so you can optimize your life. I can't see you out there in Facebook community, but I know you're breathing with us. So inhale in. Notice if the hand is going up and down on your chest. But if your hand is going up and down on your belly, you have been able to maintain an optimum breath. Some of you may notice that the breath is right there in the middle of your chest. We call that paradoxal breathing. That means that some of you also may be breathing from mid-chest and upper chest at the same time. That scattered breath result shows up in your life for us as scattered life energy. Because everything about lungs is about the life. Good lung health is truly about good life health. So inhale into the body. And for those of you who may have noticed your chest going up and down, now we're going to adjust your breath. We want you to instead inhale into the lower portion of your body. What is truly a deep breath? The people who are laying down, it's a little harder to tell because most of you laying down are breathing probably from your belly. If you're not breathing from your belly when you're laying down, you really, really must relearn how to breathe. But those of you who are sitting up, we can really tell where your breath pattern is. So I want you now to adjust your breath. I want you to inhale into the lower portion of your body, those who are sitting up. As you inhale in, I want you to try something by gently allowing your belly to come out. Inhale, gently push your belly out. Exhale, allow the belly to gently go back towards the back of the spine. Doesn't have to go all the way back, just gently back. Inhale again, let the belly gently come out. Feel the breath into your hand on your belly. Exhale, let the belly gently go in. Teresa, you're trying to see my belly, aren't you? I see you, sis. Inhale, let the belly gently come out. Exhale, let the belly gently go in. Inhale, let the belly gently come out. Exhale, let the belly gently go in. Inhale, let the belly gently come out. Exhale, let the belly gently go in. Keisha's really focused on this. I can just see her. Put a smile on your face, all of you, as you're connecting here in heart space. We're sending love and light to our hearts. We're expanding our energy force, our kundalini with each breath. Inhale, let the belly come out. Exhale, let the belly gently go in. I know we're coming on the 8 o'clock hour. Those who may have to leave, gently allow the breath to come to a centered point. And if you leave us, please look at the replay so that you can get the end of this breath shot. So inhale, let the belly gently come out. And now we're going to hold the breath in the belly. We're just going to hold it there for a minute. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Open the mouth and gently just We're going to inhale in again, and this is called a de-stress breath. This is a little alteration of the actual diaphragmatic breath, the belly breath that we're doing. Inhale again, let the belly gently come out. Hold the breath in the body. Count to 3 in your thoughts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open the mouth again and just simply go. Good. Now we're totally relaxing the body. Inhale once more. Let that belly really expand. Make it soft. Make that belly soft. If it's tight and restricted, just say belly soften, soften, soften. And just let that belly be soft. Relax. Hold the breath once more. 5, 6. Open the mouth and just go. Very good, Teresa. Just releasing the breath. And as you inhale and exhale, I want you to practice. I want you to practice the sense of the breath going in and out of your body. It's safe to breathe. I want you to be totally relaxed. I want you to let your neck just roll around the neck socket as you are breathing into parts of the body that may feel tight and stiff. A lot of us have tight necks. A lot of stiffness is our neck. And so just let our neck just roll around in the neck socket and imagine that you're sending breath to that tight neck. Good. And then don't forget to go to the opposite and breathe in the opposite direction. Oh, our necks get stiff and tight because 20,000 times a day, many of us are doing chest sit-ups. We're breathing from the upper portion of our chest, and we are making our chest open to the breath. And that restricts the neck. And then there's all of us people who text and look at our computers all day long, right? Okay, and that tightens our neck. And then there are just people that hold their neck tight and stiff. And so breathe into that tight neck. Turn the neck to the right and inhale in and exhale out. And turn that neck to the left. Look over your shoulders if you're looking to see who's behind, and inhale in and exhale out. Good. Now we're going to really send some breath to those tight shoulders. Inhale in and lift your shoulders up right by your ears. Just hold it there. Hold it tight. Good, Keisha. Good. Open the mouth and just let those shoulders drop and go. You can begin to let your hands drop back down to your lap. Inhale again, lift your shoulders up tight. Hold them there. Open the mouth and just go. Let your hands drop. Let your body drop. Let your whole upper chest drop. And once more, inhale again. And this time we're bringing breath up from the lower portion to the mid chest to the upper chest. And we're going to expand the upper chest. Hold the breath there and hold it. Shoulders tight and stiff. And now open the mouth and just go. send the sensation of breath going into areas that are stiff, like our knees, like our lower back. Send the breath there. Some of us have tension in our toes. Send the breath all the way down to our feet. Send the breath to our eyes. Send the breath anywhere in the body where there is tension, and just relax. And as we allow ourselves to stay in this moment, I want us to just visualize and imagine as we go into this new shift of the seasons, going into the autumn equinox. This is a time of what we call the great death, because a lot of the plants that blossom in the spring appear as if they die. They wither away. They're preparing their seeds to hibernate for the spring. I want us to intentionally plant in our thoughts the seed thought, the inspiration that there really is no death. There's nothing but transformation. As we transform from a body that its energy is low because we've been breathing in an inefficient way, now we're transforming. The old way of breathing is ending just as the season is ending. And we are transforming into new life, new growth, new positive energy as we ignite all the portals of oxygen in our body. We breathe them in and we open our mouth and we let them out into the universe. We breathe in our joy, because I don't care what's going on in this world, you got to find your joy, because the joy is within you. And we breathe in that joy and we open the mouth with a smile on our face, and we just release that joy into the universe. Yes. And we breathe in and we breathe in that which is constant buffers our negative energy. The sense of lack, the sense of limitation, of concepts that make us feel less than all of our limited beliefs. And we breathe in expanded possibilities, the boundaries that we've got this. And we breathe and we are open to the reality that we indeed have all that we need. And all that is yet to come is all in the way that we think. And so breathe in unlimited possibilities, and let go of that which we no longer need, that which is no longer serving us. And inhale in and exhale out. And inhale in and exhale out. Oh, so safe to breathe. So good to breathe. And as we inhale in and we affirm our positive energy, let us open our mouths and just truly send the new you and this new season into our universal order. Slowly begin to open our There are many ways to breathe. How'd that feel for everyone? Good, thank you. Amal, love it. I saw you, sister. You was in it. I saw you too, Sister Zakia. You was in it. You know, Miss Keisha, you've been in it all the time. Hey, Stan, you in it too. Yes, indeed. Oh, Sister Elaine, thank you for the beautiful smile and the positive energy. We are all here. We are breathing deeply and fully and consciously. Let's see what we did. Want everyone to put their hands right here on the upper part of their chest. We had some slides and the slides didn't work out, so we're going to do it the way you do it. When you don't have the thing you need to make it all look all glossy and professional, you got what you got. You got your hands. So I want you to take your hands and I want you to feel the breath as you breathe in the upper chest. Inhale in and let that breath come way up there, right? That's where our smallest part of the lungs are. 20,000 times a day, people are trying to open this part of our lungs up and breathe here, but you can't expand the upper part of your chest that is covered by a breastplate. And that's why when you have inefficient breathing, it puts your health at great risk. Those 20,000 breaths are not bringing you the oxygen meal that we need to feed every single cell of our body. So can you feel this limit? You can't really allow much breath in a small portion of your body. Now take your hands and put it sort of like right at heart level, just below heart level. This is mid-chest. Many of us are breathing from mid-chest. Again, the lungs are not expanding as fully here either. So just breathe into that mid-chest area. Okay, good. Now I want you to take your hands and go right back where you was. I want you to find your rib cage. Some people think their rib cage ends way, way down, but it doesn't. Our rib cage ends about right here, okay? So everybody find your rib cage, okay? The rib cage is designed to protect the lungs, okay? So underneath of that rib cage is the biggest part of our lungs. This is where the oxygen mixes and mingles with the oxygen coming in, circulating all around the body, and the carbon dioxide goes out, okay? That's the waste of the body, all right? If your oxygen is not moving efficiently, expanding the larger portion of our lungs the widest, then you are not getting the first meal. Talk a lot about eating the food, right? We do need oxygen-rich food, right? That's also part of our positive energy 7 principles that ignite us, right? Gotta have alkaline, good, rich, oxygenated food, fruits and vegetables, okay? That's our main oxygenated food. Yet, our first meal, the first thing we do, we come into the world, we take the deep breath. The last thing we do when we leave this world, we take our last breath. And everything in between made better by the way that we are breathing deeply, fully, and consciously. Because we can live without food for 45 or more days. We can live without water for 21 or more days. But without the breath of life, about 6 minutes to 8 minutes, we've gone on home to glory. So we really, really want to be much more conscious of the breath of life that feeds these cells, and every single breath, it helps us to detoxify the entire human body. So if you're having any issue with disease, any illness of any sort, then it's very critical that you begin to relearn how to breathe. Time really goes by fast. It's already 8:15. I don't know if maybe I should stop here and see if people have questions, because, see, I'll just keep going on. I teach a 16-hour course called Optimum Life Breathology, right, where we certify breathologists. So I'm used to just breathing and techniques. And so let me see if I can address a few questions. I see Amal has a question. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, it's an affirmation. I've been this whole weekend, I've been sort of not, what do you say? careful being among people. And this morning I woke up, I was short of breath. I said, oh my God, am I coming down with COVID? And then I turned this on, you showed me where to breathe, and everything is just opened up. Spirit is wonderful, girl. Thank you, my sister, Ayo Handy-Kendi. I love you, thank you. And I love Wake Up Everybody, because I feel so much better.
Yes,
So thank you.
thank you very much, Amal. Thank you for the affirmation. I'm loving Wake Up Everybody too. Amal, did you go through some tension and stress this weekend?
Actually, yes, ma'am. A friend of mine's daughter died young, and I was with her on Friday. Friday, and that's been stressful. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And so, better breathing can do about 60 or more essential benefits. And our charts show that. So I'm going to encourage people to go not only on our website to see some of those benefits, also they're listed in the book that we're going to encourage you to get, called The Power of the Breath. And Applied Breathology. We've got some DVDs that also show the benefits of breathing, 60 or more benefits of breathing. And they all help us manage the challenge of stress in our lives. Because with stress, we oftentimes hold our breath, all right? Fear, often hold our breath. I started work with breath because I was holding my breath all the time. And so when we're in fear and we're overly concerned with the stresses of our life, what do? We inhale and we hold our breath. Now there's a whole rationale about this whole thing about holding our breath. The brain breathing stem manages and allows us to have a buffer to help us through stress and trauma. And holding the breath is its function. It holds the breath because when you hold the breath, you don't feel, right? But instead, we have to override that the survival decision of the brainstem, which is located right at the spinal column, which means it affects every aspect of our body. We have to override that decision, and we have to encourage ourselves, even sometimes force ourselves to breathe no matter what. And so during your stressful moments, try that. This is called form number 1. Put one hand on your chest. Take the thumb of the opposite hand, connect right at your belly, and encourage yourself to breathe through your stresses and traumas. And you will find that you do feel 100% better. You will manage the stress. You will work through things with better decision making compared to all the stress giving us brain fog. Instead, it will clear your thought processes, just as you said. It will open up your awareness centers, and everything begins to move better, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate that. I love you too, right? Good. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Let me see if anybody has, Sister Teresa, are you raising your hand? Yes, you are. Sister Teresa Scott, you are.
Hi, thank you, Mother. I love this. Especially when I was putting my hands by my ribs, and that really helped a lot. I have to do that more often because it just felt more comfortable. It was like a little painful, but I'm going to do it more often because I want to get that part of my breathing strengthened. And I've been taking the Wake Up taught me how to take deep breath because I wasn't before. So when I'm stressed or not feeling well, I just start taking a lot of deep breaths. And I was having like a lot of problem with asthma at one time, but since I've been taking my deep breath and just changing my diet, mainly getting rid of a lot of dairy, that's really the main thing that helped me started feeling better. So thank you, and I'm complete. I really appreciate this day.
All right, thank you so much for the comment. Yes, continue to practice. And for anyone else, like Teresa, if you notice that you do feel a little pain sensation at the upper portion of the chest, mid-chest, lower chest, all that is the awareness that those aspects have not been used much. And now we're beginning to bring them into better usage. We're maximizing their capabilities. And so the human body works from the perspective is what you don't use, you lose, right? It begins to atrophy. It begins to get stiff and tight and underutilized. Our goal is to utilize every aspect of the human body. And this muscle, that is the muscle that we are working with called the diaphragm, it is the most underutilized muscle and the most critical muscle within the human body, in addition to the heart, in addition to the brain muscles, okay? All of the muscles in the chest, that diaphragm muscle moves up and down simply by allowing the belly to simply come out, life-changing. One simple shift. Inhale, belly coming out, as opposed to inhale, chest sticking up. Okay, we call them chest sit-ups. Here we go, chest sit-ups. You see people do it. Okay, breathing high from the chest. And I'm exaggerating so I can show it. Okay, if we can encourage people to stop their chest sit-ups and instead breathe into the lower portion of their belly, they will notice that they have up to 20 or more pints addition of oxygen flowing in and out of their body on a minute-to-minute basis, not just, on a regular basis. And that oxygen will be better circulated and utilized. So for those of you who are challenged and not able to get up the steps, feeling shallow and out of breath, the goal is to stop before you start. Take extra deep breaths so that breath also stores in our tissue. And then it begins to disperse itself as it's needed. And so you want to stop, take some breaths in first, and then move, okay? And see if that makes a difference, all right? And then it takes a good 3 weeks to a month before those of us who've been breathing inefficiently, and many of us have been breathing inefficiently since they were age 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? It takes that amount of working with the breath to rebuild the diminished oxygen in the tissue area. So we want to encourage you that it is well worth focusing your breathing for the time that you actually begin to change and maximize every breath that you take. We've come up with a technique that makes it really simple, that we describe in all of our materials to help you to relearn how to breathe. Any more questions?
So yes, Mama Ayo,
Yes, Cheryl.
from Facebook, Jem McBean L asks, how long should we breathe as we retrain our breath? And how many times should we work retraining our breaths per day?
Okay, my technique, Relearn How to Breathe, encourages people to start off with the awareness of their breathing, which is connecting with their breath, kind of analyzing it, seeing where your breath pattern is, and then begin the process of being more mindful, aware of the breaths that you take. And so walk around often with one hand on chest, one hand on belly. Notice when you're holding your breath and encourage yourself to breathe into the hand on your belly. Simply also in the mornings, I encourage people to yawn and stretch and thank the Creator when they first wake up, and then just lay there. Because when we lay down, it's easy to retrain yourself how to breathe. We have a technique that we progressively train the diaphragmatic area, because the diaphragmatic area never forgets that it was a belly breather. And if it's turned into a chest breather, it doesn't forget that beautiful feeling of breathing from the belly. And so we use a progressive book training technique where we put a book on our belly and allow the belly muscles to go up and down, raising the book up and down, okay? And about 10 sets in the morning, 10 sets in the evening, and all throughout the day, just being aware of when you're holding your breath and how you can increase the oxygen meter in the lower portion of your body. It may take, again, a good 3 weeks for some people. Some people hold their body real stiff and taut. For those people, it may take maybe a month. But I guarantee you, if you practice relearning how to breathe consistently and consciously, you will actually return back to the original belly breath that we all had as children.
And I have a question as well.
Yes, ma'am. I hope that answered your question from the Facebook. Thank you so much for being here.
Jem, we hope that answered your question. If please more in the chat and I'll pass it over. So
Okay.
my excellent. Thank you, Mama Ayo. Blessings.
Oh, you're welcome.
So my question is for someone who medically loses capacity, increases their lung capacity. Is that something that's, is atrophied and it can't be reformed or activated, or is this workshop and this kind of work will bring
Yes. Our lung capacity is a dynamic process of the cellular energy becoming again familiar with something that it really utilized without very much consciousness. And so being aware that we are not using a certain portion of our body can help to re-familiarize the cellular energy into, okay, let's get back in the game and let's get started. And yes, we can do this because we did this before. The second thing always is that we have to not only allow ourselves this practice of bringing the breath in the parts of the body, which begins to increase the capacity of every aspect of that circulation. And so the more that we breathe efficiently, the more the cells say, give me more of that. I love it. So the simple technique of reaching out and yawning, that simple yawn at the beginning, it actually pushed breath into the air passageway and opened up the air passage. And with every yawn, more oxygen went deeper and deeper into the air passageway to the lower portion of the lungs. That in itself begins the expansion of lung health and capacity. The lung health capacity is about making those lungs again work to their maximum ability compared to, portions of the lungs are just really underutilized. They have scientists who actually have looked at lower lungs and have seen lower lungs just all discombobulated and discolored because very little oxygen is gone down into the lower lung area. And so it's a matter of use it or lose it. The more you use the lungs to their great efficiency, the more the capacity of the lungs increases.
And does it work the same way for people who are, say, wheelchair bound, or they have difficult mobility? They're not able to stand up and stretch out as often, but maybe can do it from sitting. Will that still be an increase?
Yes, I appreciate that question. And that's an excellent question. I actually work with seniors at our senior wellness center here in Maryland. And I have seen seniors who came to the beginning of a course who brought in their respirators that they were dragging around because they could barely breathe. And the more that we did breathing exercises and techniques and moved and stretched and got circulation moving again for them. I can remember one gentleman, he eventually at the end of about, I guess it was about an 8-week course, at the end of the course, he could barely walk up the steps to get into the class. And at the end of the course, he was walking around the whole field outside of the course and was able to breathe efficiently. The wonderful thing about oxygen is that oxygen enriches every cell. It is the essential nutrient. And so with this essential nutrient, increasing the molecular capacity of the cells to do really all that they can do, it doesn't take long for that cellular energy to maximize. For those who are wheelchair bound, move as much as you can, okay? Stretch as far as you can, because again, every time you move, you change the way you're breathing is impacted. Just allow yourself to play with the breath and allow yourself as much as you can, lay back and just breathe into the body. And that you can do, wheelchair bound, in the hospital. We've had people actually change their breathing as they were hospitalized. It's a matter of use it or lose it. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. Yes, yes.
Mama,
COVID. Let me share real quick because I know we may have to leave during COVID. If you-
Mama Ayo,
Yes.
Mama Ayo, we,
Yes.
so we have flexibility of time, so we don't have to cut short. I feel you're conforming to the time, which is a great thing to have in the forefront of your mind. However, this has been a great presentation, and we have 2 hands up, and I have a question and you have something to share. So let's keep it going for a little bit.
Okay. All right then. Good. All right then, sister. I don't know if I should call the people out, or can you help me do that? Because
Mama Amal is the first person to put her hand up. Go ahead, Mama.
okay then. Okay.
Yes, you know what, Mama Ayo? What I realized, I've always been taught. We're probably in the same generation, and I don't know if this works for you too, but I've always been taught to hold that stomach in.
Yep.
And I'm realizing that if I'm doing belly breathing, I gotta let it go.
That's
and so
right.
I gotta retrain. I gotta do something different in that area
Yes,
so that
ma'am.
I'm doing both.
Yes, ma'am. Sister Ma, in the longer breath shops that we do, we talk to the very people like you and me. I'm age 70, born in 1951, and my generation was taught, hold in your breath.
That's right.
Stick out your chest, right? Okay. So you were holding in the breath, I guess, to look all cute and tight in the middle, right? You're sticking out your chest, so I guess you look all voluptuous. I don't know what the deal was. And I know our men are definitely taught to stick out their chest, look all buffed up, right? Okay. And that really, truly has messed up a lot of our breathing. It really has. You can't walk around with a tight belly and be able to breathe. No, you can't. You have to soften the belly, and you actually have to retrain the belly muscles to allow the belly to be flexible, loose, and open to the experience of breathing from the belly. Now, that is why this progressive training becomes most important in relearning how to breathe. This experience hopefully gave you the awareness of perhaps where your breathing challenge is. In order for you to come back to the original belly breathing, the first baby I saw breathing from the belly was just going up and down, going up and down. I said, wow, what's wrong with that baby? Is he over breathing? Is he hyperventilating? I got overly concerned, but I was learning more about the breath at that time. And the more I learned, I understood. The baby's belly breath is the way we all start out. We breathe from a muscle called the diaphragm. Our lungs are not even formed at birth. Many of our children's lungs are not formed until they're age 2, 3, some of them 4, some as late as 5 years young, okay? And so some of us from the age of 2, 3, 4, and 5 have now been breathing from here. And we go to our first doctor's appointments a lot of times at age 2 and 3, and the doctor says, take a deep breath. And what do our children do? They raise their chest. They raise their chest because they can feel, I imagine, some movement. And because the doctors don't tell them that is not a deep breath, they continue to raise their chest and breathe in the upper portion of their walls of this part of the body. We have to retrain children from the very beginning of their earlier breathing life. Oftentimes put babies and children on our bellies and breathe with them from the belly to remind them to breathe from the belly. Also, teach them the form number 1 so that they can monitor their breathing from their chest compared to their lower portion of the body. And also, we talk about form number 2. A lot of our children, when they have their tantrums, their first stresses, they're standing there, and they're holding their bodies and they're holding their body all tight and and they forget to breathe. We have to remind people with form number 2, you can put one hand on the chest, on your belly, cross your hands, and just breathe in and out of your belly. This is also a very good posture. Form number 2 gives us a chance to feel the belly breath. It's a great technique to use when we're in a situation where we are being confronted by someone. We are trying to manage our anger. We are trying to manage our fears. We want to encourage ourselves to breathe. This looks a little more obvious. So I grew up with the Sanford and Son herb where, you put Sanford used to put his hand on his chest and say, oh, I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack, right? So you might not want to be quite as obvious because some people do think of this as a sign that your heart is hurting. Instead, try also form number 2 and just breathe into your arms as they cross your belly. This also does a very important thing. It protects your solar plexus, the center that actually enables you to have a certain empowerment. So your empowerment zone is protected. When someone is sending anger at you, it may feel like it's hitting you right in the gut. And so our goal is that in breathing into this gut health area too, that also has its own brain, we are calming and managing our stresses while we are being confronted, and we relax the body. We do have to retrain and come back to the original place that we started from.
Ayo,
Yes,
there's a question in the chat from Jacqueline. She wants to know about the mask for children.
Perfect. Okay, so COVID has made us all feel the need to mask ourselves because COVID is an airborne issue. We want to encourage all of us who are wearing masks, our children, as well as us as adults, is that be analytically using your common sense, aware that even as you are buffering your breathing from airborne virus and pathogens, that you are also compromising your breathing. I've actually read doctors say, oh no, it's no compromise in wearing a mask. I don't know why they are saying that. Yes, there is a compromise. Your breathing apparatus, nose or mouth, is covered for a period of time. And so the airflow is not an easy airflow. So we encourage people from time to time in a safe space where perhaps there's no people around to take your mask off and breathe natural air. We also encourage people to try not, if they can, not wear the mask all day long. Try to find breathing spaces again. And if they're wearing their masks, I did find out that the cloth mask that people were advocating, that stifled my breathing a whole lot more than the surgical masks that have some little dots in it, which I can actually feel the oxygen coming in. I can feel some airflow coming in and exhaling out. The other day I was with John and I said, John, I can actually see the condensation as I'm breathing out. So that let me know that I could actually see some of my carbon dioxide coming from my mask. So it's essential that we find an appropriate mask that allows us the capability of still getting some oxygen in. And think about all day long, your carbon dioxide, your waste products is being trapped inside the mask, right, Zakia? Right. The carbon dioxide, the what we call the waste of the body is being trapped, and you're breathing that in and out, right? So yes, there's definitely some challenges in wearing a mask. And so I encourage people to get a little bit of essential oil, maybe peppermint, lemon, orange, right? And just put a little drop of that inside of the mask. That helps us breathe a little bit better, okay? And it helps to open up the respiratory tract. Our goal also is definitely during this masking time, we've got to take the mask down, and we've got to get still the amount of water into our system. And so we want to keep the lungs hydrated. And finally, which is, I think, a consciousness that we must instill in our young people in particular, as well as us as adults. But as soon as I put on a mask, I notice I don't breathe as much. And so we have to encourage the mindset that we've got to breathe in and out, despite the fact that our breathing is compromised. This is a time of great alertness and awareness for us to remind ourselves that we must breathe no matter what. We cannot hold our breath. And I know that is an emotional brainstem response of survival here with the brainstem that says, okay, look, I'm gonna make certain that you're not uncomfortable, okay? I'm gonna make sure that you survive. And just putting the mask on, for me, I notice I actually have to remind myself to breathe. So just keep yourself in the flow of the breath, definitely.
Great, thank you. And Laura?
Yes. Hey, Miss Laura. This is one of my certified breathologists. I gotta say hello to them. You know, we got 182 breathologists in the world, so I gotta acknowledge them. How you doing, Laura?
Greetings, Mama Ayo.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, wake up everybody, family. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Mama Ayo. Thank you, Brother John. I just want to share that since I did the breathology class with you, I've become so much more mindful and really intentional about my breath, because we know the breathing is unconscious, but when I'm walking especially, I tune into that deep breathing, which has helped me to be correcting my posture, which is one thing I really love, to be able to get my shoulder up and back.
Yes.
Because for years I've been walking around in, in that protective state. So I'm just so grateful and for learning new techniques and for using them and for sharing them. So I just want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
I share.
And Laura, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking at your energy. Your energy looks great. Breathing does this to people. You see actual transformations even in our 16-week and 16-hour course. At the beginning of the course, people come in kind of down, shoulders around it, protecting the breath space, the heart space. Just, you know, maybe no one has ever said, listen, it's important that we breathe better when the lungs are open and freer, you know, compared to compressed and constricted. A lot of people come into the course, they've been dealing with depression for years. Like, this is what drove me into working with the breath, being depressed. And throughout the course, you actually do see people begin to shift in their awareness and the energy that the breath brings into your life. And I guess your course was now over a month and a half ago.
Yes,
and I remember you were dealing with some kind of pain And you were
Yes,
talking
ma'am.
about going to take an operation. How's it going now?
The pain is much better, but the numbness is still there.
Okay,
I'm still working with the doctors to see
okay,
what's possible.
okay. Well, that's
And yes, working on it with one of your practitioners also.
oh, great,
Yes.
great, great. Well, I hope if the pain is lessening, that in itself is a benefit. It's giving you more joy. And Laura, if you have the opportunity, continue to keep working. You may really find that that aspect of your health will begin to correct itself. We have,
Thank you. Thank
yes,
you. And
ma'am.
one thing I must share, what
Yes.
the breathing has also done for me is to help me with my digestion and my gut health.
Ah.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, we give thanks. No, we give
Ashe.
thanks. I say, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Because now oxygen is going into the lower portion of the body. Every time we take in good deep breaths, we break up the food in the body. Okay. So that's another one of the wonderful benefits of better breathing. We get a chance to digest better. Okay. Oxygen breaks up the food. It also fills us up. And so if you're interested in losing weight, you want to breathalyze, you want to inhale in oxygen as much as possible in between every bite. Breathe in, breathe out. It slows down stuffing food into the body, breaks of the food as the food is being digested, and it helps in the elimination process. It acts almost as a mover of the food towards towards the lower portion of the bowels, and we have even better bowel movements. People have noticed just by using the breath here in the middle portion of their body, where the diaphragmatic muscle is, right just above their belly area. This is where we have a lot of stress cortisol fat, right? And so, if you've got that roll of fat right there, try doing deep breathing. Some people have actually lost inches in their middle just simply by changing the way they breathe. And that, of course, also helps us with our digestive health. It's a critical aspect of breath is that oxygen comes in through the lungs. About 77% is the flow of this filter of oxygen in the lungs. Of course, breathing comes into our skin too. Essential that we keep our skin pores open so it can be a source of better breathing. And better breathing also comes through our bowels. And so if you're a person who's not having a good flow in your movement, you want to check out your breathing. You definitely do. And so everything about the breath adds to the benefit of the spirit, the mind, and the body.
And I'll question that I have, and then we can move into our closing slides. You can speak about your special offer. But my question is, does it help sleep apnea?
Oh, wonderful question. Yes, better breathing does help sleep apnea. Yes, better breathing helps sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a condition in which throughout the night we wake up. We are compromised in the breath. The neck oftentimes feeling the sensation of constriction, tightness, inflammation gathering into the neck and upper chest area. And so we're coughing and we're spitting up mucus, okay? We may find ourselves throughout the night waking up, going back to sleep, waking up, going back to sleep because we feel like we can't breathe. And by the morning, we're exhausted. And you replicate this day in and day out. And it can cause all kinds of ill health. It can actually have a big impact on our heart health. It can have an impact on our digestive health. It can make us miserably depressed, along with affecting a number of other health issues. Sleep apnea can simply be affected and corrected. And there's two techniques that we recommend as breathing techniques. We have to find a way to keep the mouth closed, all right? Because Breathing from the mouth can be done for short periods of time, but breathing from the mouth has a tendency to bring in the air, and it tends to dry the throat and irritate the throat, causing this whole, domino effect. And so our goal is to ensure that we keep our mouth closed. And a gentleman showed me this technique. He just said that if you can just tie a silk scarf around your neck, pushing the neck and the mouth together, that it will help keep your neck and your mouth closed throughout the night. And he invented a sleep mask behind that concept, that his wife saw him sleeping in the night, snoring, and she knew he was moving towards sleep apnea. And she said, if you just keep your mouth closed while you sleep, then I bet you wouldn't have that problem. And he tried it, and he saw that he had his best night's sleep in years. And from that concept, he developed a sleep mask that keeps your mouth closed. It's like a ski mask that you put on your head that keeps your mouth shut, okay? The second thing about sleep apnea is that you really have to look at the conditions in which you are sleeping. You want to make certain that there's a certain amount of humidity in the air so that the air is not dry and also, again, irritating the throat. You want to find, again, your best breath health in making sure that you are hydrated on a regular basis and that you are actually practicing breathing efficiently during the day. Oh, there you go, John. There you go. I don't know who came to the door. And if you're breathing efficiently during the day, you will notice that the shift in the way in which the lungs maximize each breath, that high breathing energy begins to decrease, and you're breathing from the lower portion, which begins to do a total paradigm shift in the way the lungs operate. And so people who have been struggling with sleep apnea, if they relearn how to breathe, in addition, people who are dealing with asthma, if they relearn how to breathe, instead of trying to breathe from the upper portion, which is going to put you in the constricted breath to begin with, instead, if you're in an optimum breath, breathing lower into the body, half of your challenge has been corrected.
Thank you. There were some questions in the chat that I think were answered by your share just now.
Okay. I see someone has their hand up. Is that Sweetness?
Sweetness.
It is.
This will be our last question.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's not a question. However, I do suffer from a lot of things. I feel like I've been born again just now from engaging with this session. I want to thank you from my soul, not the bottom of my heart, but from my soul. So I've been suffering for years with pain. And so the breathing, the holding my breath, through trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, I'm 60 years old and I've been suffering for years. And so I knew it was a blockage on the right side of my belly. So everything today, I've been born again. I have a tool to live the abundant life that I was designed to live. And in regards to the sleep apnea, everything is so connected. It's incredible.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I close my mouth because of the nasal or the swelling in the tissue in my nose, is why my mouth opens. And my throat got so dry one day that I couldn't even speak. Yes. I could barely get the Listerine or water down my throat because I was sleeping. I was trying to sleep. I'm exhausted almost all the time when I wake up because of that.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to say that is that it's not just one thing all the time with the apnea.
Yes.
So I could have a problem with my nasal passage, which I might need a different solution for. And then the sleep apnea machine might work for this part, which I have a lot of fatty tissue in my throat because of my poor eating habits, and I eat things that cause inflammation. So everything is so connected that if we don't address everything, then you're not going to fix things with addressing one thing.
Yes,
is what I found out on this very long journey. Like I told you, I'm 60 years old, and I was getting ready to be exhausted and tired from going to the doctor. And just this, I'm telling you, today, this morning, this tool that you gave me, that's why I had to get off of camera, because like I had to go somewhere else.
Oh.
The information just took me somewhere else. I feel so renewed and energized, because I knew that it was down in my core. I know that it's weak down there. And going to all these different doctors, the neurologists, and all the different doctors for my breath, but nobody's making a connection. Today, I will be breathing better. I will be breathing easily, and I will be breathing intentionally for the sole purpose of being a better steward of my body. I have. So that's what I wanted to share with you and the community, is that it's not one thing. It's not just putting down a cookie or the cake. It's about as soon as you wake up. I give thanks when I wake up, but to give thanks with the movement and my breath and stuff. I'm excited. And I'm very excited because of life. Right? God said I'm gonna still be here. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to be here. But God said, you're gonna still be here. And I'm like, okay, but I'm dragging. And today I don't have to drag anymore. And I am so grateful that I don't have to drag anymore.
Oh, wow.
I also say, if there's anybody out there who want to drag or continue to drag, you're not gonna see me, because I'm not dragging anymore.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, what a wonderful testimony. I know I'm frozen. I don't know how to unfreeze myself. John had to run out and find out what's going on with the puppy. So he'll be back in a minute. I'm affirming you can still hear me. Sister Sweetness, I'm just loving you. I'm sending love and light to you. I'm encouraging your progress with this tool, because breath is the connection. Like you said, everything is connected, and breath is the connected. It connects the spiritual energy, emotions, depression, anxiety, all of that. If you breathe, you can affect your emotional connections. If you're disconnected spiritually, the breath connects us on the Most High. If you notice, every single modality about consciousness, people tell you to take a deep breath, don't they? Stop and breathe. So you got meditation and Tai Chi and yoga and martial arts and on and on and on, dance and singing and everything about creativity, everything about prayer. Stop, breathe, meditate. You breathe, meditate first so you can connect on higher conscious levels. The very word spirit, the Latin root, means to breathe. Everything about breath connects us with spiritual consciousness, awareness. Everything about breath connects us on the physical level. Every single system is impacted by breath coming in and out of the body. I said it right at the beginning. If you don't breathe for 6 minutes or more, 8 minutes, you gone anyway. So right there, that tells you that breath is the thing. It's the thing. Okay, it's nothing else that you can do. You can eat and stop eating. You can drink and stop drinking. There's an aspect of life that will sustain you for so many days, even if you stop eating and drinking. And they have breath in eating and drinking. The food has the oxygen. The water has the oxygen. So we're right back to that breath of life, that oxygen flow, that oxygen meal. And then spirit, mind, body, mind-wise, you want to be able to have some stamina. You want to be able to have the ability to move longer without having brain fog, without having any unclarity of thought and mind and presence. You want to focus on your breathing. So I just encourage you to stay with the breath of life. Use the breath as your first tool. Use the breath as the essential starting point for transforming your life. And I can actually guarantee you, I've seen miracles happen with people in using just their breathing. And of course, you know, you add your other compliments too, because again, it's holistic. Everything is connected. You want to bring in it all, but you want to be very mindful. The more medicines you take that the doctors recommend, the more that they are compromising your ability to use your natural healing forces that begin and end and expand with the breath of life. Let me call John and tell him that we are totally off camera. Hey, John, we're off camera. I need you. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, everything can be better by the way that we breathe. That's what we say often. Breathe better to live better, because everything can be made better by the way that we breathe. So I'm just sending love and light. Feel free to call me. Feel free to be willing to come on. We give a lot of free courses. We also give a lot on our website that enables you to breathe with us. If I'm not with you, you're able to breathe along with me anytime. And I'm just sending love and light to all of you. So these are our special offers. We do want you to come to our website, because the website does have lots of free, always there information. We have a breathology section 101 that gives you the basics of breathing, and it gives you understanding of how the breath can affect our life. And it definitely has some visuals where you can breathe along with us. And so we want you to subscribe to our website, which is positiveenergyworks.com. We say 1E connects your positive energy. 1E connects positive with energy. So you can be the best you can be. And if you do subscribe, you're going to receive a complimentary digital download of a DVD that's called Relearn How to Breathe, which features me. And for all of you in the Wake Up Everybody community, you're going to get 10% off of our upcoming Relearn How to Breathe Practitioners Level 1 course. This is a virtual course. There is one scheduled in October, and there will be another one scheduled in November. You want to contact me, though, within the next 2 weeks and mention that you were on the Wake Up Everybody breath session. So you don't want to miss this, because we will go over some of what we went over today, but we go way in depth. And Sister Laura is taking the course, and Brother Stan, and a number of other people in our community. So you'll even get a certificate as a practitioner in having mastery over your breathing. We have a number of opportunities for you to breathe coming up, where we are also certifying Optimum Life Breathologists. That is a longer course. It's a 3-day course for people who may want to go into the work with breath on a deeper dive, to either be a practitioner or to share the breathing. So I think we're all practitioners in health, because we're always breathing, right? But the more we practice and share, some of us may decide that we want to share at a greater capacity. And so Optimum Life Breathology will bring you into this arena. It's great for teachers and social workers and ministers and all sorts of people who are in the health and medical profession. So consider becoming an Optimum Life breathologist, a certified COLB, a COLB, okay? And this training will totally change your life. If you want to contact me, if you're struggling with your breathing, sometimes I can help you. You want to call me at 202-667-2577. That's my direct line, 202-667-2577. We also do life coaching using the breath. We also help people who have anxiety attacks sometimes, who can't get out of a parking lot. We have people who are stuck in their trauma. And so feel free that if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, we can do some of this telehealth coaching on the phone, but we can also definitely support any questions that you have. Feel free to call us. We're also on Facebook. We do send a lot of our announcements on our Facebook, which is Ayo Handy-Kendi. We're also on Instagram at Ayo Handy-Kendi Breathe, BREATHE. Don't forget the E on the end, okay? And we're not as good at Instagram, but we're learning that. And then any concerns, any questions, any comments, any feedback, send us an email or go to the website. Our email is ayomeansjoy@yahoo.com. And Ayo does mean joy. That's the actual meaning of Ayo. AYOMEANSJOY@yahoo.com. Again, the website is www.positiveenergyworks.com. One E that connects positive with energy. And those are our contacts. Yes. We do encourage you to donate to the Wake Up Everybody community. These people put out some work to help this community. And so we want to support them. We want you to encourage people to give their love offerings and their donations. Go to Zelle or QuickPay at soulleadershipdevelopment@gmail.com. Also, you can cash out your donations in the money sign, Spirit of a Woman. And I think the code is number 4168HK. I guess that means Ayo Handy-Kendi. Your donations, of course, will support the Wake Up Everybody community, and it would give us support also. We offer a fair amount of service for the asking. So if you want to come to any of our courses, classes, or workshops, and you don't have the funds, we have a way in which, as people donate to us, we recycle the money into the community. This is a not-for-profit business, which means that we are here to serve. But of course, we grow, and we need funds just like everybody else. But we are not money driven. We are driven to change the world one breath at a time as we create a breath movement. And so if you do want to take a course with us or a class with us, or you want coaching, contact our website. And we do have some waiver forms on the website. We say no to nobody. We have the perspective that if the Creator gave us the breath of life, then we must share optimum breathing so that everyone can optimize the Creator's breath of life.
Wow, thank you, Mama Ayo.
You're
So
welcome.
I'm going to
Thank
introduce
you, everyone.
I'm introducing the next 2 days of workshop for the week. And so tomorrow, Catherine and Bolly Green Johnson is joining us again for reconnection and reparation. We continue our learning about our history and what we can do to get what's due to us. That's Monday, September 20th. And Tuesday is Stacy returns, and her topic is Yogisha Presents Transformation Tuesday, Release, Renew, Reinvent. I suspect that we have new members, new people here that joined us today, and do let yourself be known. I'm so excited to see new names in the space. So type in the chat, yes, type, I'm new, type first time here, type whatever it is you want to type that lets us know that you are a newbie. And we thank you, we welcome you, and we ask you to come back. Don't let this be your one time here, and then you forget about us. We're here. We're here 5 days a week. So Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, you can find us from 7 o'clock in the morning to 8:30 in the morning. Those are our long days. And Monday and Wednesday are our short days from 7 to 7:30. We're on Zoom, and we're also streaming live on Facebook. And if you would like to receive text alerts, automated text alerts to let you know in the morning, to remind you to wake up and sign in, then you can do this right now. You can take out your text, you pull out your phone, open up the text. In the to section, write this number, type this number, 74121. That goes in the to, like you would put someone's name. Instead of the name, you put this number. And in the comment section, write Woo Nation. It doesn't matter how you write it, I believe, but Woo Nation is what you would type in, and then press send, and you will be on the automated text system. We have swag, y'all, just swag. You can walk around the streets in your sweatshirt now that the weather is seeming to be changing, or your t-shirt if you like to feel a little cool air, or your mask if you really need to wear a mask. We have mugs and thermos, and there are a variety of colors. Go to bit.ly/Woo Swag to get your swag today. We ask that you stay in touch. So first time people, you might have been given the link and landed here in Zoom, or you might have been invited to the Facebook community. If you want to be in the Zoom space, you would want to register, and you want to register every week, because every week we have a different registration. And when you register, then you receive information that's pertinent to the week. So you see who's coming up, who they are, what they're talking about. You get the link to the Zoom, and you also get the invitation to the Facebook community. So bit.ly/wake up movement is how you would register every week. And to get into the Facebook group, you would need to request admittance. And so you would go to bit.ly/Woo community, be approved by an admin, and then you're a part of the 1,000+ people that's in the group, and you can communicate with them, communicate with the facilitators as they leave messages informing you of whatever there is. And you can also catch the replays. And now don't get the Facebook group confused with the Facebook page. We are streaming live right now on the Facebook page because Zoom and Facebook have created this limitation for us. But the videos, the playbacks are on both. The group is where you have the more private exchanges. We're on Instagram and YouTube and building that up as we speak. And email, if you want to email us, you would email us at info.wakeupseries. So with that, I'm going to stop the share, and I'm going to ask everybody to unmute. And we're going to give Mama Ayo a very lovely welcome, and thank you for this presentation. That was amazing.
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Woke
It was
up and got
amazing,
energized,
Mama.
and breathing, and I really
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
so much. Oh, this was so amazing. I really appreciate it. It was awesome.
Thank you, Therese.
Breathing slowly
Beautiful.
and deeply.
Thank you, Mama.
Mama,
Thank you, Mama
Mwah.
Yes,
Thank you, Mama
darling.
Ayo.
Good to see your faces, the ones I haven't seen in a long time.
Thank
Mwah.
you all. Love you all.
Thank you, Mama Ayo. Really appreciate you. You're just a delight.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so
you.
much. You have made a difference in me this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you.
Mwah.
Thank you.
Have a blessed
Y'all
day.
all, thank
All
y'all
of you,
so
Thank you,
much.
Mama
everybody.
Ayo.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Mama
admin
Ayo.
team. Y'all rock. Admin team, y'all rock. Y'all rock. Y'all rock.
Yes, y'all do. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love this. Thank you, Teresa.
I love y'all. I
Thank
love
you,
y'all.
Gina. Thank all of you in this community.